VoyMonk vlog number 98. And this is going to be a bit of a follow-up from yesterday's vlog where I was talking a bit about my favorite show, or one of my favorite shows, Corner Gas, that I found here on YouTube. But I did want to make mention and make it clear that going forward, occasionally I'm going to make some reviews. Occasionally I'm going to make some recommendations, especially since I love the 80s, I love the 90s, that sort of thing. And I definitely am planning on doing, I don't know if I might do some review content, which would be an extra or a voiceover, or maybe specifically just a review, and maybe make it a kind of a series that I do from time to time, where one of the things that, people do is they'll have like a playlist that they're listening to and things that they're watching, that they're listening to. I thought maybe doing something like that with movies or watching them. And of course, maybe as it builds, and of course, encouraging other people to kind of build, maybe make some recommendations of their own, because I'm sure there's lots of things that I haven't seen. And I think there's a lot of things that aren't seen and kind of go without being, people get a chance to be exposed to. And that's something I would definitely like to do. So whether it's a vlog, which, I may do that from time to time, or something a little bit more in detail, maybe doing something, like I said, as far as a review, for this channel, whether it's, TV review, movie review, that kind of thing. But I thought that if I do that type of thing, for the most part, I plan on doing it with not something that's necessarily going to be coming out, and I'll definitely do that. I'll probably keep that more for the vlogs, for stuff that's coming up. But if there's something I think you might want to see, or I think there's something that you could want to see, and I think there's a good reason for maybe, seeing it or reviewing it, I'll do that. I'll and maybe more than one movie, maybe more than one film. I want to give you a whole, laundry list. I mean, I understand, not everyone has enough time to do that, or access, because that can be an issue too. I might stick with things that hopefully are available on YouTube, since you're maybe already here. And like I said, I'm not going to be doing it for promotions or plugging or anything like that. I realize sometimes people could probably do recommendations or reviews, for libraries and things like that, but that's not going to be me. I'm just purely wanting to do that, and would like to participate in that in terms of, if you have, videos or movies or shows that you'd like to recommend. I was definitely thinking that could be a way to go going forward. Like I said, I don't know when I would specifically do just movie or TV reviews, but as I'm putting that together, I'll more than likely do an update before I'm actually going to do that. Otherwise, I may leave it for an extra, whereas I'll go in, I'll dive into something a little bit more, into an idea that I might have, and kind of flesh it out. If it's just a voiceover, then it's more or less something that I'm going to add into that won't go into a normal regular vlog, which is between 5, sometimes as long as 10 minutes, rarely, but usually 5 minutes, or a Friday vlog that go from 25 minutes. I might do a voiceover where I just, like this week, I'll expound on something in terms of like bad guys, and in a vlog that I had already did, and kind of given an idea of where I'm at, and the thought process behind that, and just thinking. So, but as far as my love for the 80s and 90s, most of my reviews are going to come from that genre. And hopefully, if you got some, maybe you'd share. I really appreciate that. And like I said, building a community and a fan base of people, not for myself, but particularly, movies and the 80s and 90s, that's definitely something I'd love to do. And like I said, not necessarily the typical reviews or the recommendations either. Sometimes some things don't always necessarily get a fair shake, or maybe get the recognition they could. And if it's something I like, I really love, and have a passion for, then I'll definitely do a review, and maybe even give some recommendations in those reviews. Well, do the reviews as a recommendation. So, until my next vlog, take care.